Hi everyone. Today we'll discuss about JavaScript API integration. JavaScript API integration. What is API integration? Okay. API integration, that means application programming interface. Okay. In this API integration in JavaScript means connecting your website or web application to an external service to send receive the data. For example, get weather data from weather service, fetch YouTube videos, and send login data to a server, and get products details from database. Generally, JavaScript usually to communicates with API using HTTP requests like get, post, and put to delete methods. Get means to retrieve the data, post means to send the data, put means to update the data, delete means to delete the data. How the JavaScript integrates with APIs to fetch API, most commonly using and JS library, third party library, older method XML HTTP request. First point one, get request using fetch API. For example, title API integration example, API integration example, body h2 tag, user list, ID, hash, user list, okay, and script tag, fetch, URL, sample URL, for example this one, and dot then response arrow function response dot JSON method, same dot then data arrow function, and let output is equal to empty data for each user arrow function output plus is equal to backticks. Okay, inside the backticks li tag, in this to fetch the data dollar user dot name and dollar user dot email. That means to fetch the data only name and email. Now document dot get element by ID. Okay, user list dot inner HTML is equal to output. Okay, now else part dot catch error arrow function console dot log error. Okay, error. Now we'll check in the browser. Go to localhost JavaScript. In this, to comment this one, Yes, to fetch the data, name, email, name, email, same name, email. Here, fetch method sends request to API, and second one dot then to response function, response dot JSON method to converts the response into JSON, and third data arrow function, that means to fetch the data, display the data for this. Next dot catch, that means to handles errors. Okay, next example 2, using asynchronous await. This one is the modern method, same script tag. In this is script tag function get users method, okay. In this method try, let response is equal to await, fetch in this same URL, okay. Let data is equal to await response dot JSON, data for each user console dot log username, okay. Next else part to catch error console dot log error, okay, and call the method. Check, now we'll check. Page refresh, go to inspect, console, yes, okay. Now to clean our code, easy to read, looks like synchronous. Next, coming to example 3, post request sending data to API, script tag fetch, in this same JSON, placeholder dot type code.com post. We'll check this one, the URL. Before that HTTPS. We'll check. Yes. Now method post comma headers content type is to application dot JSON. Now body JSON stringify, that means title JavaScript API. Now comma body learning API integration. Now user ID 1. Now dot then response arrow function response dot JSON. Okay. Now dot then data arrow function console dot log data. Okay. Now we'll check in the browser. Okay. Yes. Okay. Post request. Here method post, that means sending data, headers telling server to send the JSON. Next body actual data. Okay. Next example for API integration in real project, that means login form. We'll check API integration in real project. Okay. Form tag. In this form tag form ID login form. Yes. No action is required. In this input type is text, same ID is equal to username, placeholder is equal to username. Okay. Same input type is equal to password, ID is equal to password, and placeholder is equal to password. Placeholder is equal to password. This one our choice. We can write enter the password also. And next button login, button type is equal to submit. Okay. And now we can write a script tag for this document dot get element by ID. Login form, add event listener, submit, comma asynchronous function e dot prevent default. This one is the method. Now let username is equal to same document dot get element by ID username dot value. Same let password is equal to document dot get element by ID password dot value. Okay, now the same, let response is equal to await the fetch the data, same URL, same URL, okay, to fetch the data. Method post headers, same content type, content type, application dot JSON, comma, now body JSON stringify, okay, username, comma, password. Now username, comma, password. Now let result is equal to await response dot JSON, and next console dot log result. Now we'll check. Okay, refresh. Ravi, password 123456. Yes. Okay. Suppose Krishna 23456. Yes, we get the data. Okay. Finally, these important concepts of in API integration. First one, JSON. Most APIs send the data in JSON format. For example, curly bracket, ID, 1, comma, name, John, okay, and comma, email, okay, john@gmail.com. Next, coming to HTTP status codes. HTTP status codes. This one, first one 200, that means success. Next 201 to created. Next 400 means to bad request. Next 401 unauthorized. Next 404, that means not found, and that means file not found. Next 500 server error. Okay, server error. Finally, real world API examples. Open API, Open AI, that means AI integration. Google Maps API, location service, YouTube data API, that means video data. Next, Twitter API, tweets. Okay, and finally, why API integration is important. Why API integration is important. Okay, this one, to connect front end with back end. Next, build dynamic applications, real-time data updates, and use third-party services plus required for modern web development. Okay, and simple definition for this, API integration in JavaScript means using HTTP requests like fetch or size to communicate with external servers to send or retrieve the data. API integration in JavaScript means using HTTP requests, okay, to communicate with external servers to send or retrieve data. Thank you.